welcome back. I am your host with the most, TheChronicToast. Today we're diving right back into BattleTech Extended 3025 Commander's Edition for the BattleTech game by HBS. So again, as usual, if the audio sounds great, fantastic. If not, please let me know here in chat. If you're watching this over on YouTube, when it gets posted up live, please let me know. There's a few other levers I can still pull to get that audio situated and squared away. Oh man, I'm excited, ladies and gents, to finally dive back into BattleTech. We've got a reduced stream schedule where we're only streaming every Wednesday evening at 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. And what is that? What's the words I'm looking for? That's right, stream start schedule. That is very difficult to say. Is a little bit brittle, unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on your perspective. Because that's right, we've got a brand new addition to the Toast family. We've got a Mini Toast in the house. And Mini Toast was hungry and needed a diaper change earlier. So, with that being the case, we're going to be here for a couple hours, hanging out, having some fun, taking some deep breaths, and just making terrible decisions in BattleTech and trying to dig ourselves out of that hole. That's all part of the fun, part of the allure, part of the adventure, and that's what we're going to dive on into today. Now, let's see here. All right, so who do we have here for our Barracks Pilots? We still have Quetus Venator, Cyber Gizmo, Sarvik, Data King 1, Death Fox, Don Zappo, Flavolicious, Garrison, Harry78, the man, the myth, the legend, the creator of, that's right, BattleTech Extended 3025, the mod package himself, Mr. Moon Prime, Red Potato, Served Cold, Tanja Falkenbach, That Hollow, Tin Can Pops, and of course, long-standing follower and supporter of the channel, Tug Bobo as well. So, we do look like we have enough pilots here to dive into one more mission without putting time back on the clock and, allowing more pilots to get unfatigued and rested up for another mission. And so we're going to dive on into seeing what we have available right now. We are still on, I believe the planet is called Raman or Ramen, or Maochan, if that's your favorite right there. Yeah, we are Ramen here in Federated Suns space. Take a quick look on where we actually are and kind of what we're diving on into. For those that aren't necessarily sure what's going on, we are playing, again, the BattleTech Extended 3025 Commander's Edition mod for Harebrained Schemes of BattleTech. This particular mod has the entire full Inner Sphere territory here, which is pretty cool. And you see up here, because of the starting year that we are in, we're currently in 3050, the clans are starting to invade, which is mildly horrifying because they're very, very tough, and they're bringing in a lot of cool, crazy technology that I'm not super familiar with. I've only played pre-clan invasion battles and lore and red stuff related to that from the BattleTech side. So a lot of this is going to be new here for us. But we have been meandering our way here out of the Outworlds Alliance simply because that's kind of where we're narratively coming from, is we are basically privateers. We're the Breadbox Privateers, and we are basically backed by different financial interests out of the Outworlds Alliance to cause havoc and chaos generally in Cretan space as well as Federated Sun space down here. So that's where we are right now, watching the clans creep from the northern part of the map. So that's a little bit mildly horrifying, but we're going to work through what we can and what we're actually going to be doing. So let's take a look at the contracts that we have. We're going to dive into hopefully one that's a little bit easier right off the bat for the beginning of the stream. And then once we dive into the next one after that, we'll see if we still want to stick around here on this planetary system. There's not a lot of really high-paying contracts here. We have been exceedingly, extremely lucky to get a lot of C-bills. I've never had this much amount of C-bill money in the bank account or the funds account in a long, long, long time. Long-running fans of the channel will remember we did 5.5 months, real life. I think it's well over 200 hours of actual in-game time spent where we actually did a huge, massive playthrough, Pro Pirate campaign and all that fun stuff, and we were chronically out of funds. That being said, right now, war is apparently good, and it's working out well in our favor. So, what shall we do? What do we want to dive into? What do we want to tackle? We're looking for high salvage right now instead of actual C-bills. And so the way this generally works is when we go in and take a mission, we kind of have a house rule where if we have any funds below 1.5 million C-bills, we'll prioritize cash missions and prioritize our mission parameters on that C-bill perspective. And if we are above 2.5 million C-bills, then we'll prioritize salvage. And that is where we are. So we're looking for missions that have high salvage. Repossession does look like it's going to be potentially the best option right here. But before we do that, let's go take a look at where our mechs are. Do we have everything squared away? It looks like we do. We've got our Dervish, which is our first medium mech that we actually put together and built up, which is fantastically excited. I still love this mech. It's super, super cool. It's been a long-running dream of mine for a few years now to get one of these, and we finally have one. And look at that. We have Tactical Mishap logging into the chat. How's it going, my friend? Hopefully your evening is going well. Ours has been full of miniature toast explosions and adventures, but we're here now. Things are going fantastic. Taking a few deep breaths. Mrs. Toast is handling the mini toast, and Papa Toast is playing some BattleTech. Oh, yeah, buddy. That's what I'm talking about. So hopefully your evening's going well. Hopefully it's going all right. And if not, hopefully we can make it a little bit better, either through direct input here in commentary or just by shenanigans and poor decisions here in the actual stream itself, which are all approved. It's all definitely good to go from my perspective. Oh, man. So I think with this being the case, let's dive into a really hard mission. It's going to give us the best salvage opportunities. I mean, at 12 pieces here, it should be okay. It's an ambush convoy, and it is going to be super dangerous. So this is a 1.5 skull mission. Looks like it's against the planetary government working for the Cretans, but 1.5 skulls can flex all the way up to 2.5 skulls. Basically, you got a 1 skull flex here. If you're ever going up against pirates, it's an extra half skull. But ambush convoys, you never really know. You never really know what's going to be there. It could be a Manticore. It could be a PPC Shrek carrier. It could be some other horrendous thing like a von Luckner escorting this convoy, and those are very dangerous. So we'll see. We're definitely not above hitting that withdrawal button if we need to bail on out of this mission, but we'll take it. It's got the best opportunity for salvage. Now, there will be some vehicles here and not a lot of mechs, so we're going to see, fingers crossed. Hopefully we get some good parts and not a lot of weaponry. Well, one way or the other, we'll find out. Let's go over here. Let's hit that negotiation button. Let's slide the slider up to pick 2, get 9, 159 C-bills. Not too shabby. Working for Bob Carita. Hit that accept button over there. Looks like Harry is tuckered on out. We're going to bring down our Vulcan as well as our fire starter, our punch and crunch mech, and of course, the ever angry trash can. That's right, our urban mech. Again, thank you very much, Sarvik, if you're out there watching. This is just, oh my gosh, it's a disgustingly, amazingly good build. Max armor on the urban mech. Twin large lasers, 2 small lasers, an arm mod for melee. Just good golly gee whiz, it is fantastic. Tactical says destroy base should be at least a half to full skull harder due to the turrets. Yeah, it really depends. Every now and then, about a third of the time, not quite half, I found those missions are actually overskulled. They're actually easier than I expect simply because of the way the terrain is set up, and you can use the terrain to block your approach to the turrets and deal with 1 threat at a time. But the other 2/3 of the time, oh man, it is rough. It is very, very rough. Especially AC2 support turrets. Those are no joke. Those are definitely no joke. Tactical says JK turrets are the worst. Yep, just in case turrets. Yep. They've got all that internal and armor. Oh my god. Oh my goodness, man. They are legit horrifying, but that's okay. Nothing wrong with that. So let's see, who do we have? Where do we have it? See, we've got 1, 2, 3 pilots up there, and Toast himself down here. Well, we're going to take Toast out for a spin. We're going to put him down here into the fire starter, the punch and crunch mech, and getting that extra evasion pip up there from sure footing, which is always, always good. 6 melee, not the best on gunnery, but it should be all right. Oh, man. Tackle says, as long as it's not a destroy base, be wary of those. Yeah, exactly for those reasons you talked about. Destroy base missions, depending on what the turret arrangement is, it can be very, very painful. Ambush convoy as well, exceedingly painful. We haven't seen a lot of target acquisition missions. Those are a bit of a meat grinder, and they're a bit of an easy way to cheese out. You get to your mechs to where you got to go, and you just hit the eject button, and you get 1 mech to the evac point, and you're done. Easy money. But by the time you're at that point where you're going to get that quote-unquote easy money, you either usually have a lot of money, or you're looking for parts. I mean, it's one way or the other, right? So let's see. Who do we want to stick somewhere? We're going to put all our pilots down here, and then we're going to come back in and arrange them around if we need to. So we got Garrison, of course, one of the most fantastic individuals out there, loves to pilot all sorts of Griffin mechs. They're his favorite. If he tells you otherwise, don't worry. It is just his appreciation. He's mistyping yes with an N and an O, so don't worry about it. It's cool. And Flavalicious, one of my fantastic, most favorite Canadians out there, does a lot of cool streaming stuff as well. Buster Ever by day, Mech Warrior by night, baby. Aquitas Venator down here with the ever fantastic sensor lock. So the question is, who do we want to put and where? SRM6's low gunnery pilots are okay for that. You've got a lot of chances to hit. It works out pretty good. This right here is a large laser. Flavelicious is a pretty good bet for that. Long range as well as short range. The Urban Mech is going to be difficult to position sometimes, so I think this is still going to be a good spot to put the sensor lock down here, because that might give them a little bit extra range to do some tactics depending on the actual terrain. So I think this will work out okay. I think we'll be in a good spot. So Tactical says, don't you love engaging enemy lance first and having 4 LRM turrets raining on you the whole time? I mean, man, you got to enjoy the rain sometimes. You want the beach and the water and the lakes and the streams. Sometimes you got to deal with the rain. Unfortunately, just like acid rain, LRM rain, if it's against you and on top of your mechs, it's not very wanted. It's not very welcome, that's for sure. That being said, what's really cool with LRM turrets is at least you can break line of sight from the actual spotting mechs if you can dive on through that. Either way, if turrets have a direct line of sight to you and they've got like an AC2 or a PPC, it's just a mess because it changes your whole tactics on how you're going to approach the whole situation. Basically, it's a lot more scoot and shoot rather than park and, I don't know, park and fart? I don't know. That doesn't sound right. It doesn't make sense. We'll find a word to make that fit. We'll figure it out one of these days. And if not, well, it'll be an open mystery, just like they always usually are. But without any further ado, let's go and hit that deploy button. And let's see how sideways this mission is going to get. At least it's thankfully on a polar biome. Unfortunately, that doesn't help us out that much. Our Dervish is not too shabby on the heat stuff. We can always turn off that SRM4 or a single SRM6 to still have well over 12 missiles launching out every single turn. So I'm not too worried about that. The downside of that polar environment is it's going to be working against us. But let's reach down to the grab bag of wisdom and see what we got. Oh, man. That's a good one. I mean, we can roll with that. Objectives: destroy the local government convoy and escape. Defeat all convoy escorts is a definite bonus. If we can do that, we will. That'll always be good. 159,950 C-bills. Pick 2, get 9 salvage. 1.5 skulls. Working for Bob Carita. All right. A Cretan convoy was ambushed, looted, and expensive industrial materials, and the perpetrators, the planetary government, are moving the stolen goods to a secure location. We'd like you to strike the convoy and destroy it. Our salvage teams will then retrieve our goods from the wreckage. The message seems to at least be as important as the cargo. If we clean up the escorts to ensure their salvage crew's safety, there's a bonus in it for us. All right, Darius. Well, let's go land on this ice ball and see what we're going to deal with here. Fingers crossed it's not too bad, not too shabby. We're not out of position. Sumar, you got to put us in a good spot here. Let's see. This is the only window we have for striking the convoy, Commander. We'll need to recon the area. Once we find the convoy, we'll hit it hard and knock it out. Once the targets are down, we'll rendezvous with the Leopard at this extraction point. Let's do this by the numbers, Commander. Oliveira out. Well,
ready for action, Commander.
Darius, let me tell you what, we're already in a pickle. This is not the best spot for Sumar to land us down in. Pretty sure she damaged the Leopard over here by putting the wing in the dirt. Or in the snow, as it were. So let's see. We got to stop the convoy from escaping over here. Intercept the convoy here. Oh, man. Denial zone is up there. What? Oh, so this is where we have to intercept the convoy. And okay. So I guess maybe we have to move up here to this point and intercept it as it's moving up, and this is the denial zone. If that's the case, we're in a good spot. We're not too shabby here. If it's the other way around, we are utterly hosed, man. Completely hosed. And of course, our evac zone is on the other end of where we got to go. So, fingers crossed. Let's see what we got going on here, and let's just start scooting forward. Why not? We're just going to start bolting across here on the tundra as fast as we can. That's right. Oh, man. MW Dav Night 89, welcome to the chat. Welcome to the stream, my friend. Hopefully your evening is going well. MW Dav says to the left. All right, so that basically settles it. This is going to be where we have to deny this, and they're going to be coming in here from the right. With that being the case, the enemy's taking their turn right now. doing a quick tactical assessment. What I'm going to try to do is get up here to this location, push either into this forest or here, and do a fighting retreat up this hill. We can use this as a little bit up here as a line of sight break if we need to, popping out to the right and the left, and then continue to just work our way back up. We do have 2 jump compatible mechs. One of them is a long range Irby, the other one is a short range brawler with the fire starter. But if we can work our way up here, that convoy is going to have to work and meander its way up. This is a roadway, so they will get extra movement, but we should be in a good position to handle this. Fingers crossed, especially if we can engage them early on. I don't know if they're going to be cutting across country here or continue to move up on the roadway up here. If they move up on the roadway, we'll be in a good spot, so we will certainly see. That being the case, we will leave Aquitas Venator down there with Urbamech. And basically, all right, there we go. And we'll see what happens. Unknown what that tonnage is, but again, we'll leave Quietus down there until we can get a better idea. We're going to sprint to get our max evasion pips. And looks like Quietus is going to be the last one. I don't think we're going to have a good range. You can see this little blue bubble up here. That's going to be our sensor lock range. So we're going to continue to sprint as fast as we can to get up here. And we'll see what rolls over this hill. Fingers crossed there's nothing too horrifying, but you never really know. We have max evasion. We're going to reserve on down. The enemy looks like, of course, they're going to reserve as well. And that being the case, I think we're going to continue to... Yep, I think we'll continue to hang out with this. This should be all right. This should be fine. Hopefully see if we can't get them to move. Here they go. What is it going to be? It's going to be a Hermes. Okay. Those aren't necessarily too horrifying. But I haven't seen one of those in a while. 3 medium lasers. And this is going to be shoddy, so it's down 50%. And initiative's increased by 1. I wonder if this is the actual mech that does that. It might be. It might be something else. Hard to say. Either way, we're going to end up putting that vehicle into the dirt. That's the goal. As well as this mech up here. So, Firestarter is going to go up here into point blank range. Let's unveil this the hard way. Oh, dear goodness. There's a lot of them. Mobile HQ. I bet you that's going to be the thing that gives the initiative boost. There's the... What's the words I'm looking for? Hermes 1B. There we go. Again, ladies and gents, I do apologize. I have a mini toast in the background that is currently getting fed and has some opinions about the situation. So, we are doing good, though. We've got a vehicle, another mech, another vehicle. So we got 4 vehicles here and 4 mechs. And, of course, the mechs are the escorts. The question is always going to be, what are the vehicles, and are they going to be horrendous? This has a lot of armor, actually, for a mobile HQ. So this isn't like a MASH truck, despite what the actual model looks like here. This is going to be a fairly armored vehicle. That being the case, though, we are going to go after the Hermes. Not the best chance to hit, but we are going to try to do some damage. And looks like we did already open up one of the torsos and stripped an evasion pip as well. Okay, so we have an unknown mech over here. It's flanking far down to the side. Unless they got jump jets, I'm not really sure what they're going to be doing. Yeah, there's not an easy flank for that mech to go around down there. If they got jump jets, they could hop up here onto this ridge line and get some flanking shots into us and focus basically, no, what is it? What's the word I'm looking for? Split our attention. There we go. And should be all right with that. Flavolicious with the Vulcan down here with, of course, the extended close quarters combat suite. Doing some damage down here with this additional small lasers. Let's get some hits in there. A solid hit with a large laser, finally. And we got that pilot onto the unsettled track. Let's see. Cyber Gizmo, welcome to the chat. Welcome to the adventure, my friend. How's it going? And, we got a LRM mech or vehicle over here behind this hill. Not good for us. Cyber says, I've had toast twice today. Once with butter, once with BattleTech. Oh, man, that sounds like a scrumptious, delicious situation, my friend. Absolutely happy to oblige. I actually had some wheat toast with butter on it and a little tiny bit of horseradish sauce yesterday. Would not recommend the horseradish sauce. I thought I was being clever. I was going to try something new. It does not live up to the ideas, impersonations, and attempts at grandness. Not the best. I would stick with some other stuff like garlic butter or Biscoff cookie butter spread or peanut butter or just about anything other than that is what I would recommend. So can mark that off the list as a do not try. Solid attempt. Yeah, I know. Man, with mini toast to the house, I'm not getting much sleep. And I'm like, you know what? I want to try something. It'll wake me up. Horseradish sauce does, ooh, it'll clear your sinuses. It'll get you awake. I'm making toast. Let's try it out. It was a mistake. Let's be honest. That was not a good idea. But that's why we're here. Peanut butter for sure. I hear you, Cyber. 110%. Maybe 112, but, let's not get too hasty. Let's get our Dervish up here. Again, we're going to keep focusing on this Hermes. It's in a really bad way. Even if one of these missiles hits, we'll be lucky. So let's go for it. Can Garrison get the shot done? Oh, and there it is with one last missile. CT destroyed. Garrison with the first kill of the mission of the stream for tonight. Someone got toasted. Oh, buddy. And unless another target decides to present itself, we will go after this mobile HQ. Aquitas Venator up here with, of course, the Irby. We're not going to get into cover. We're going to stay up here, and we're going to go for it. Not the best chance to hit. However, it is 53%. That's better than half, and we're going to take those odds. And one hit, one miss, not too shabby. Again, this mobile HQ has got a lot of reactive armor on it. It is a definite vehicle here to be worried about. And another LRM vehicle coming in. Thankfully, the evasion pips on our Firestarter are holding, which is a worthwhile for us. And Toast can get up here and close and personal, get some eyes on whatever this other vehicle is, as well as doing some melee action. That's the goal. We're going to stay over here, keeping our distance as much as possible from whatever this mech is. We've got no idea. So one or two extra hexes over here are basically pips of a distance. We're going to take what we can get and get these machine guns rolling. This mobile HQ should hopefully go down in this attack. We'll see what happens. The melee has to hit. Go get him, Toast. Come on. Yeah, there it is. Oh, man. All the deck is going in right there. That's what we're talking about. Oh, man, that's cool. Actually, that vehicle actually breaks in half. That's a pretty cool way to destroy that model. What do we have up here? It's a Hetzer SRM6. Oh, man. Oh, that's not good. Ladies and gentlemen, that's not good. That's a lot of firepower. Oh, boy. Okay. Well, we will do our best to deal with that. I'm not seeing anything down here that has the range to focus in. Even if we jump, I'm not seeing any opportunities. So we're going to reserve, and hopefully it gets closer. I guess. There it goes. Buckle up. Oh, no. Oh, no. Thankfully, the evasion pips are holding. That is horrifying. I guess the only thing more terrifying than that would be a Hetzer AC-20, because if that hits, wherever it hits on the mech, it's gone. It's just falling out. That being the case, we can hopefully get up there a little bit closer with Aquitas and get some more damage in. We're going to try to get Garrison up here with a Dervish and get some more shots onto this Hetzer ourselves. And not the best, but we're going to strip that evasion pip, and our gunnery's pretty low to boot. It should be all right. Man, almost lighting up our own Firestarter over there. Not super fun, that one. I'm sure Toast is going to have something to say about Garrison over there. But in the meantime, before anybody else moves, we're going to get Flav up here with that large laser and all those small lasers. A really good chance to hit. You can see all of the evasion pips up here. Just absolutely. This is good. This is gold right here. Bazap, bazap, all the small lasers. Will it be enough? No, it's not. Oh, boy. Yeah, Cyber says Hetzer needs to get stepped on. Agreed. Absolutely agreed. I was hoping to reserve Aquitas Venator up here, but I guess we're just going to have to work with what we got. We'll move out here into the open. We don't really have any heat buildup issues to deal with, but we should be okay. Twin large lasers. Here we go. One shot, and one actually hits, one misses. It's still alive. Oh, man. The question is, what other target saturation are we going to run into? Because we're going to have to dedicate one mech to stomping that Hetzer, hopefully. And unfortunately, these enemy mechs are up here. Looks like that it's a Wasp 1A, SRM2 medium laser. We do have to be, cognizant of that, but it's nothing that we are too worried about right now. Lots of LRMs here on this map. I'm actually a little bit surprised. I haven't seen an LRM heavy lance or vehicle lance in a while. Thankfully, we have some speedy mechs up here, and we're keeping our evasion pips up. However, that Vulcan does not have any more evasion pips, you might say. So we're going to have Toast come up here and squash this Hetzer. We're going to pivot over here to the left to get maybe an invasion pip if we're lucky, on top of the one that we're already going to get. We only got the one. There we go. Vehicle destroyed. Daka, daka, daka. Looks like machine guns are coming out of our flame weapons. Not really sure if those hard points are properly set up on that model, but we'll just say that it's intentional. What is this? It's a Bulldog AC2. Okay, those are a little dangerous. Not the end of the world. What else do we have up here? There's another vehicle. Oh no! Oh no! Ladies and gentlemen, that is a Manticore. PPC SRM6. These things are dangerous. Thankfully, this is not the end of the world for us. But, yeah, that's a scary piece of hardware right there. That will do work, depending on what else is over here for these other mechs. Cretus Venator, can we get any good line of sight? Not really. Not really. Can we hop up and do some other things? That's another question. I think we're going to hold off on Aquitas. We might not shoot this turn. It depends on what's going to be available as far as targets. We might wait to use sensor lock ability. So let's reserve and see and see what the enemy decides to do. That's a good question. Can we get Flav up here? It looks like we can. So we're going to do this. Neither of these vehicles are in cover. We're going to take the Bulldog down. We're going to be getting in under the guns, hopefully on the Manticore with the LRM and the PPC. This Bulldog, however, it's pretty all-around vehicle right now, and we need to get that squashed as fast as possible. Couple misses with the small lasers. Thankfully, the large laser hit. Not quite enough. Where else is stuff moving? More LRMs rolling in. Looks like LRM 10. And Flavolicious and the Vulcan is already losing some more evasion pips. We still have 2. That's not too bad. We have not seen any evidence so far of sensor locks or shenanigans of any sort like that. Man, there's not really good line of sight for the thing I want to shoot, which is that Bulldog. We're going to keep reserving, see if we can get lucky. See if someone's going to move a little bit closer. It's a mech moving. That's not what we wanted. LRM5 as well. I don't know. I don't know what that is. Hey, Served Cold. How's it going? Welcome to the chat. How's your evening going, my friend? Ours has been a little bit hectic and chaotic, but we're here making horrible decisions, having a lot of fun. And, just deciding that it's generally going to be an A-okay day and evening. A good way to de-stress from the week and make some poor decisions and dig ourselves out of the hole, which is always, always, always definitely an option that we grab full-heartedly with both hands. This is what we do. The Bulldog's getting closer at point-blank range. That works for us with the AC2s. It's harder to hit. And I think we might have range on this now with one of our mechs. So is Garrison going to have range? It looks like he will. We'll get up here with a Dervish. We're gonna leave this up here. You can see these extra chevrons out here are gray. They're not really good range band or to hit right now. Whereas over here on this Bulldog, you can see that both of them are good. All of our weapon systems, our SRM6s and our SRM4, are within range and a pretty okay way to go and hit this stuff. Here we go. Is it enough? No, it's not enough. Oh, man. Served says, I'm good. How are you, Mrs. Toast and Mini Toast doing? We're doing all right. The stream was a little bit delayed due to Mini Toast having a blowout and being hungry and generally just being a newborn. So Mini Toast is doing good. Mrs. Toast is currently handling the Mini Toast situation right now. And I'm ever so grateful. She's amazing. So we're generally doing good. Absolutely doing good. Completely exhausted. Actually, that reminds me. Time to crack open a terrible beer. It's going to be a Coors Light. And we'll just kind of mellow out the decisions here in BattleTech and have ourselves a good, calm evening. And hopefully all our pilots survive. We'll see. That's delicious, delicious water, man. It's beer flavored. Woo, good stuff. Cyber says, horrible decision. You met my psycho ex-girlfriend? Hey, man. I don't think I have. And by the sounds of it, hopefully I won't. But everybody's got things that they aren't proud of. Everybody's got things that have gone not their way for them and against them as well. I'm assuming that's the situation you're in, is it didn't work out. But, hey, man, we always have an opportunity to reset, refocus, restart, and move forward with some cool stuff. And that's what we're doing BattleTech here. We had a rough week. Let me tell you what, since we streamed last. And now it's just kind of taking that big, deep breath. And playing with big, giant, stompy robots all day, every day, or at least for a couple hours once a week. Looks like these two enemy vehicles over here, these OP4 vehicles, are now firmly and squarely in our firing range. And that's going to be a bad decision for them. That's all right. That's all right with me.
Got it.
That means we get some shots in. Now, can we get the shots in with the Quetus Venator and two large lasers? Fingers crossed. We got one, we got two. There it is. Vehicle destroyed. Quetus Venator lighting that enemy vehicle up. Oh, buddy. Oh, man. But yeah, no, got some Coors Light here. Got some oh gosh, what is it? Tony's Pizzeria toast. Not toast. Pizza, toasted, oven toasted. It's been a long day, ladies and gentlemen. And we're just having ourselves some fun. Basically playing some BattleTech, chilling out. And the fact that I get to spend it with you amazing individuals out here on the internet, all you ladies and gents, it makes it that much better. We can kind of train wreck together and have some fun along the way. We got this Wasp up here that, again, by itself, I'm not too worried about. But it does have a medium laser and an S round 2, and if it gets into the back armor of one of our mechs, we're in a rough spot. Especially since our Firestarter's already lost a leg. So all it takes is for that mech to get one medium laser on that leg on that Firestarter, and it's lagged. And that's really bad. So that being the case, we're going to use the momentum and speed as best we can. We're going to use this ridge line right here to try to get a block here on this line of sight up on these mechs. That way they're going to have to move to be a little bit closer to get some line direct fire onto our mechs. We'll see. And yeah, English was hard today. Working on a few hours of sleep. And generally just kind of working on some cool stuff here. We stomped on a Manticore. It's still in one piece. It still has full armor. That's not good. That's not good at all. Manticores are horrifying. They're not the most terrifying thing in the game, but they can definitely slow you down. Significantly slow you down. We're going to move up here onto the road with the Urban Mech. That'll give us a little bit extra movement. Now we're going to keep trying to get this Manticore down, and then we're going to focus on getting these spotters for these LRM mechs back here away from the situation. Looks like they've got a Hornet 151. Ooh. Okay, that would explain the LRM-5s. I have not seen a 151. I've seen a 152 before. The Hornet is a really cool mech. Not necessarily good, but it's a cool mech. It's doing goofy stuff right there with its legs, but what are you going to do? That thing's nifty. Look at this. It's like a little tiny Kinder egg with jump jets and murder weapons on board. These things, they don't really hold up well to enemy fire. However, for their package and tonnage, they do some damage. I mean, it's got an LRM-5, a medium laser, and a small laser. It's better than a Wasp. It's better than a Wasp in many ways. But that being the case, let's get up here and put some laser fire downrange on this Manticore. Maybe we can get lucky. One hit, one miss. It still has all of its armor. Not really good for us. Here comes the adorable little Hornet moving in to lob some more missiles at us. Thankfully, our evasion pips on the Firestarter are holding, so we'll see. Hey, D1982, welcome to the chat, man. How's it going tonight? Hopefully your work day's going well or is wrapped up and you're kind of chilling out a little bit. Serve Cold says it's an egg carrying 2 kegs of beer on its back. Absolutely. Well, if it's carrying 2 kegs of beer, they're definitely not Coors Light. That's what I'm drinking right now, but that is not beer. It is water. It's beer-flavored water. You get hydrated drinking this stuff. But look at this thing. Look at this thing. It's so adorable. I love it. Look, it's like DB or whatever it is out there. This is a cool model. I really like this. It's just adorable. I love it. Hornets, I would love to have a Hornet as a starting mech any day of the week. They don't survive very long, which is a downside, obviously. However, the amount of weapons you can pack into that chassis is pretty impressive. Is pretty darn impressive, for sure. Deese is on day 2 of a 4-day long weekend for me. Oh, buddy, that sounds fantastic. Oh, man. Well, congratulations, D, on an extended long weekend. Especially in the middle of the week. That's not too bad. Away from all the drama. And basically, if you need to go out and do stuff, you can do that without too much hassle. Man, that sounds like a lot of fun. Cyber says, I bet they'll all be foam from the shaking. Yeah. And if they do have a tap on there for you to go to, get a glass of beer poured out of it, I'm sure it's all going to be foam. They're not going to let it overflow so you can get the maximum amount of beer. Yeah. We know how that goes. Not the most ideal. Flavolicious, let's go step on a Manticore. Yeah.
Move order received.
Let's go do it, buddy. Squish, 100 damage. And it didn't go in turtle. Oh my gosh. There we go. We finally breached the armor. These things, Manticores are horrifying. They might not necessarily have the most knockout punch, but they'll get multiple turns usually to just murder you to pieces. So missiles all the way in. There it is. There it is. We have gone in and destroyed the primary objectives. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we have pick 2, get 9 salvage. We're going to finish off these mechs and see if we can't make this work out. Ideally, we'll see. We're already in it for repair costs on the fire starter, so in for a penny, in for a dime, in for a pound, whatever that phrase is, we'll figure it out. D says, I work Friday to Monday, 11-hour days, so the 3 days off is great, especially since it's the long weekend here. Oh, yeah, because it's the 4th of July weekend coming up. Oh, that's really cool, man. That's really, really cool, actually. Yeah, no, I know how it goes. Working 9-hour days is what it usually is, but recently it's been 12 to 16 as projects roll around. So getting an extended weekend, which I do from time to time, it's really nice when it happens. You can sleep in for basically spend one day just crashing out, lounging around, getting recharged, and then you can do what you want. It's really cool. Usually on a normal weekend, you get one day to sleep in and then one day to party, and then it's back to the 5-day grind. So I wholeheartedly agree. 312s, 410s, whatever it may be. Decent schedules. I would prefer those over the 5-day work week usually, if you can get the chance for sure. Let's see. What does Toast want to do? Can Toast get up here and do some stuff? Not really. Well, we can, however, get up there and get the machine guns rolling. Is this our right or left leg? It's our left leg, which is not ideal. So we're going to show that over here to this Hornet, and we're going to try to get some damage on this Wasp. Fingers crossed we can do it. Looks like we've got the structure exposed, and there goes the torso. There's a pilot injury for sure. Looks like we're going to be salvaging probably a Hornet piece or whatever this other unknown mech is back there. So fingers crossed it's somewhat good. That would be nice if it is, for sure, because if it's not, this mission with the salvage wasn't that superb. Quita's Venator, we're going to get you up here with the Urban Mech, using that road for the extra movement and getting those twin large lasers. Next turn, we'll hopefully be able to get into this, small laser range. But unfortunately for them, and unfortunately for us, Quita's Venator squashing a bug. Oh, buddy. And the Hornet's backing up going, nope. I do not blame that Hornet pilot. That's a rough way to roll for sure. Can we get our Dervish up here? We can get our Dervish. We still don't have line of sight on whatever that mech is. We're going for the Hornet. Why not? For those of you that know from previous playthroughs, until we get our ammo count down to half of its starting capacity, or until we get case for this mech at some point in the future, we're going to launch missiles and basically anything that has a consumable ammo count as much and as often as we can, because otherwise when that ammo bin explodes, if it's more than half full, it detonates pretty bad. So we're going to roll up here and protect this left leg as much as possible. Actually, this would be the Vulcan, so that we're not going to worry about that too much. Valkyrie QA, not the best salvage target, but we can make that work. Let's focus on this Hornet. We just got to land a few solid hits. And, of course, we land one small laser to the CT. The Valkyrie is backing up. LRM-10's rolling on in. And, man, our evasion tips are definitely holding up a lot better than I expected they would, and that's okay. I'm not going to complain too badly about that. We're going to get the fire starter up here and again focus down on this Hornet. We just got to get a few solid hits onto this. One shot, two shots. There we go. It's a good pilot for that particular mech. It's basically got bulwark and all this other stuff on it, and now it's rolling up into cover. Doing the best that they can here with the AI to basically give this mech as much chance to survive as possible. Especially since it's down on power, or not power, down on armor. But that's all right. But yeah, for those that don't know, we have the 4th of July weekend coming up here in the States next weekend. Basically 3, 4, 5 days from now, something like that. I think it's Wednesday that we're streaming right now. And so basically we light a bunch of stuff on fire, blow off a bunch of fireworks, basically celebrate breaking away from, London, England, all that stuff. And it's a big national holiday here in the States. But It also means a lot of people get an extra day off from work, which means extended weekends, a lot of extra BattleTech time to play. Generally, it's a pretty cool, fun time. So fireworks are always a lot of fun, and there's something you can watch from a distance. You don't necessarily have to be crowded up with a bunch of other people too. So for the individuals and the states and the counties where that is an actual legit concern, some places it's not, and rightfully so. But it's definitely a good way to still have a good, fun weekend without worrying about all the craziness going on in the world right now. Let's see. Can we get closer? We can a little bit. We're going to launch all the missiles we can here with a Dervish. We're not going to go for that Hornet. Wow, those are terrible chances to hit. We're going to go for the Valkyrie. It's going to be a little bit better. And we are here above 50%. We're going to spend a precision strike to see if we can get the CT on this wrecked up. Fingers crossed. We'll see. Oh, Cyrus is another weekend of fireworks to scare my furball. That is the downside. There's definitely cons as well as pros. But I will say, if you are interested in fireworks, it's a pretty cool weekend. There's a lot of cool stuff going on. I'm always curious to see what unique fireworks they're going to come up with. Last year, we had a really cool like planetary like was a globe with like a ring around it, and the ring turned into shooting stars, and the shooting stars then fell down like weeping willow. It was a really cool firework. I'm always curious to see what new kind of tricks and things they got rolling around. It's cool. But yeah, definitely if you've got pets or loved ones that are, are a little bit risk adverse when it comes to explosions and stuff for various reasons, it can definitely be a rough weekend for sure. So there's pros and cons. There's ways to, enjoy it, but there's also definitely some drawbacks. But for the most part, it only comes around once a year, and fireworks tend to cluster around that holiday. You usually seldom see that stuff kicking off in any other part of the year, which is always nice. Let's see here. The Hornets doing all right. Not the best for the Valkyrie. Well, we'll go for the Hornet, I guess. Just got to get a couple hits landed. Come on, Flav. Small lasers rolling in. There it is. Jump jet destroyed. Structure exposed. Ripping off some armor. And that Hornet pilot is finally unsettled. I'm going to take a guess that that Hornet pilot does not get a chance to eject. They are, however, running from cover to cover and retreating as best they can, using some pretty good tactics, all things considered. Really good chance here with the Valkyrie. We're going to, again, go for that precision strike, further depleting our chances to actually get that 5% accuracy bonus. But we're going to go for the CT on this and hopefully rip this mech open. Now, that's a downside because we do want to salvage it, but I also want to get these mechs down because anytime that we have to spend repairing our current mechs, it's going to be a problem. It's going to be a lot more expensive, and it's going to be more time consuming. So, bazap, there we go. It's finally stressed. Maybe we can get this Valkyrie to bail on out. We'll see. Cyber says, best fireworks I've seen was during New Year's Eve concert in Amsterdam. Oh, that's pretty cool. The best fireworks that I ever saw was a 100-year centennial, I think it was, celebration on a very, very small town back home. And it was a 45-minute fireworks show. They got a state grant, and there were 7 finales. It was just nonstop. Like, there was 3 fireworks explosions in the sky at every single moment for 50 minutes. It was just ridiculous. It just blows my mind. It was amazing. Lying on your back in the parking lot in the lawn chair, watching it, just exploding right above you, and then you go to stand up at the end of it, and you're just covered in paper and stuff like that from the fireworks. But it was cool. It was really cool. Cyrus says it was in Amsterdam. Good food, alcohol, music, and women. Yeah. Hey, man. Different places got cool different things, different people. It's definitely a different place, obviously. I mean, Amsterdam's over in the EU. That might be not true. It's over in that region, in that area of the world. But yeah, man, that's what's cool is no matter where you go, you're always going to find something new and interesting and intriguing, and you're always going to have a cool story and a narrative to tell, either about the time or the place or whatever, and that's what's cool. I really, really hope that travel opens up as the world becomes a safer place and stuff like that in the weeks and months and stuff like that to come, because travel is really, really good for the soul. It's really, really good for your heart in most situations. And it's a freeing experience, right? To get out and do different things. So Cyrus says, yes, Netherlands is part of the EU. Absolutely. Cool. I'm always a little bit leery because I don't keep up enough. And with stuff changing a lot of times, I want to make sure that I get it right. I've never been opposed to Game Over Bad. Oh, buddy. We got the Valkyrie to bail on out. That means we're going to be getting some good salvage. I always want to make sure that I'm getting information right. And I'm never afraid to ask the question. Assumptions can cause a lot of problems. And so I always want to be cognizant of that. Cyrus says, lived in Germany for 2 years. Cool, man. Oh man, Flavolicious, can we beg ourselves a Hornet? Can we do it? We might be able to. We might be able to. We're going to use our last available precision strike here on this Hornet. Going for the CT. Bazap, bazap. Can we get it done? Not quite. That pilot is stressed, however. Who do we have left? Toast rounding over the hill with all the Daka machine guns. There's not going to be anything left of this Hornet. That's my guess. There it goes. Right torso, right arm. CT destroyed. Right leg destroyed. Oh, the egg is down, ladies and gentlemen. Seawire says it's all good to go. All the targets are eliminated, and she can pick us up right now. Oh, yeah, man. Good times, good times. Let's see what that salvage screen looks like. 155,000 C-bills, not too shabby. Hitting that next button there. Looks like we only have some repairs here on the fire starter. That's not too bad. We can definitely make that work. So as far as salvage goes, not the best choices available. Not the best choices. Hermes 1B is pretty cool. But I don't know. We haven't seen a Hornet 151 though in a while. What does this look like? Stock roll, light fire support. The Hornet HNT-151 is designed around the concept of being able to swiftly move through an urban environment with relatively heavy armor. Overall, because of its eclectic mix of weapons and relatively slow speed, the Hornet is only somewhat effective when inside of a city. When caught outside an urban environment, this mech is hard-pressed to defend itself. Mech quirks are narrow and low profile, which gives it an extra bonus to hit defense, and no or minimal arms, which basically means it doesn't stand up so well. Yep, I can't hear that. We're going to go for the Valkyrie. We're close to building one up anyway, unless there's extra cool weapon systems down here. Not really. So we're going to roll with that. And we are one part away, ladies and gentlemen, of getting another 30-ton mech. That's going to be really, really cool. How many SRMs, 2s we have? We've got quite a few. I'm going to hold on the shift button and click to sell that here from the salvage screen. We're going to keep these SRM 4s. We only have 2 of those, and we need some more. We do not need more jump jets. LRM ammo, we can use some more of that. And machine gun ammo, we've got a lot, so we'll sell that. And that way we don't ever have to go back into our inventory and sell stuff from there. We can do that before it ever hits our inventory, which is always nice. Always a nice change of pace. All right, so what do we do next? Where do we go? What do we tackle? I have a few ideas. We'll see what it looks like. We got to put time back on the clock anyway for our pilots. So the question is, do we take another mission here, looking for salvage, or do we go and actually travel to a different system? Maybe that was the same question. It's been a long day. It's been a long week, ladies and gents. And of course, Yang wants to build stuff, but since our own house rules, we have not gone in and unlocked all the Argo upgrades. We're just going to tell Yang not to build anything right now. Once we do that, then we'll mix and match parts. Until then, we're only going to be doing our 8 pieces per mech build, and so we'll hold off on that for now. Now, if they have an extra Valkyrie part here in the store, we can definitely go in and grab that. I think that's going to be worthwhile to look for, and we shall see. Cyber says, I say we go looking for cookies. Oh, man. We actually just picked up cookies for the first time in many, many, many months. Finally had to go out and run around and do some shopping in person rather than having orders placed and delivered and stuff like that. We got some really good tasting, but really not good for you. Sugar cookies with like yellow and purple frosting on them. And just, oh, man. They're not good for you, but they taste pretty good. As far as store-bought cookies go, nothing beats home-baked cookies for sure. So let's see. We could buy some more pieces on things. We've got the cash for it. Let's see. We got 2 pieces here. We have 3 parts of a Centurion AH. It might be worthwhile picking up some more pieces. A grasshopper part would be pretty cool. I'm not so much interested in just stockpiling parts. I really want to get closer to finishing something. And so this will put us at 5 out of 8. I don't know how often we're going to run into an 8-AH. So I'm a little leery to pick up parts here. Valkyrie QA, we have 1 more part, so we will buy that. That should be okay. We'll tell Yang to build it. That'll be all right. It's going into storage, and we'll get that readied up. So we have another 30-ton, which is pretty cool. More Whitworth parts. It's a 40-ton. It's not too shabby. I like the mech. We're at that point now where it's, I don't know if it's really that good or not. So Cyber says Dollar General generic fudge stripes, half the cost. Oh, man. Yeah, anything that has fudge in it, even if it's fake fudge or real fudge, it is delicious. It is so, so good. You really aren't going to go wrong with any of that. Ooh, we could buy a good laser. We're going to do that. Like I said, we've got a little bit of cash to burn right now, and so we're going to go in and do that. PPCs, Not too bad. We are short on SRM6s, unfortunately. Not much else here that we can see. We have one of these narc ammos just in case we ever run across it. Same thing for the LBX ammos. Again, just in case we ever run across a weapon, we can throw one of these things into a mech. I haven't run across LBX weapons in a long time. I'm assuming we're going to find more of those, but we'll see how that shakes out. And just for kicks, let's go over here to the hiring hall and see if we have any streamer pilots here. It does not look like we do, and we are currently at full berths. Do we have any ship upgrades in progress? We do not. So let's see, what ship upgrade do we actually want to grab? You know, let's grab more med bays. That would be okay. Recreation, gymnasium, hydroponics garden, library is pretty cool. Can we get our mechs? Ooh, 2 full repair bays working at. Oh, that's a really, really good. That's actually not so bad. Do we need to do more structure and stuff? I don't know. There's so many cool things here that we could do, ladies and gents. I really want to get the mech bays fully unlocked at some point, but definitely getting the repair options fully undone, which would be really, really good. Drive system would be good too. We could actually go places faster. Oh man, that requires improved power circuits. We'll try to remember to do improved power circuits next. But right now, we'll focus on this. This will be really good. This will help get us our full 2 mech bays working 100% efficiency repair mechs. That'll help us basically get on top of where we need to go. So we're going to get that in the queue 10 days down the road. That'll be ready to roll. What do we have for contracts floating around here? Hopefully, there's a few good ones. It looks like it's really just the same ones that we got. Not the best salvage here. Straight up battle. Assassination could be good. That could be good depending what the target actually is. What does chat think? Should we go for the assassination? We are at the point where we are prioritizing salvage a little bit. Otherwise, we can probably travel. Cyber says, I say we go looking for cookies. If that means that we travel to a different planet, please let me know. I'm guessing that might be what that is. I'm not too sure. In the meantime, let's go see where we are at here in the world and what we got going around. Just to see what our prospects are for traveling. Cyber says, kill them all. Oh, man. The Starship Troopers quote, I think. Is that how it is? I don't know. My brain is so addled and completely just gone right now. It's all right. So we are looking for 1.5 skull missions. We're typically going to find a few others that are higher than that. So assassination buys better cookies, Cyber says. Okay, so we've got 1 vote. We're running in for that. We're going to come up here and press F1 or function 1 on the keyboard, which is an additional filter feature here. And it hides all the systems we've already been to. So, what do we have down here? We have Comstar presence. That's pretty cool. Inner Sphere, former Star League. Ooh, that's not too shabby. We're going further down here. I want to kind of stay up here possibly, or start working our way back a little bit. Do we have any other prospects, better prospects floating around? Homam. That's a weird way to say human for a planet. I don't know. Again, Comstar presence, dominant fungus, Mega City. Ooh, that's not too bad actually. We might decide to go back up here and go north. That could be a pretty good place to travel to. But I believe we'll take Cyber Gizmo's recommendation and let's go do that assassination contract, and then we'll do some travel afterwards. And that'll be okay with us. So let's see here. Insurrection Interception. I don't think I've ever played a mission by this title. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to see what this shit show is all about. Oh, buddy. Oh, man. This ship show, oh, buddy. Insurrection Interception. I'm thinking of like the Star Trek ships. Like from the is it Insurrection? Where the Enterprise takes its ship and it crashes it into another ship or another planet? I think that's how it goes. That was such a cool scene from a movie. Am I remembering that right, ladies and gents? I don't remember. I don't recall. But looks like we're going here against... I don't know. I don't know who this is. It's not going to be anyone from the Outworlds Alliance, though, so that's going to be okay. 1 skull polar assassination. Let's dive on in, negotiate. Up here on salvage. Pick 1, get 6. Not the best, but we'll see if we can't get some cool stuff. We're going to hit that accept mission button. and realize that we have to go put time back on the clock to actually get some pilots available. So we're going to do that. And we're also, while we're at it, we're going to repair this fire starter. Actually, it's a refit. That's not good. Thankfully, it's only a jump jet. Put one of those back in. Hit that confirm button. And that'll be all right. We'll come back to the Valkyrie QF here in a second after we do this mission, if we remember. Let's go back over here to contracts. Yep, Insurrection Interception. I'm pretty sure it's Star Trek Insurrection. I think that was the name of the movie. I don't know. It was a big giant ship battle, and that was super, super cool. But we're going to get some pilots back here. It looks like we have 3 days, 4 days, 5 days to get all our pilots back. Ooh. Well, we'll roll with it. It should be fine. So going on the 24th, the 25th, the 26th, and the 27th. There we go. Now, one more date for Tanja Falkenbach. Oh, and it's a financial report. Not super fun. We'll leave it here in the middle. That'll be all right. Wow, we got all sorts of people back. Holy wow. Not too shabby. Not too shabby indeed. So let's see, is that contract still there? Is it still available? It is. Insurrection Interception. Pretty cool. Now we are now below basically our 2.5 million C-bills. We're going to, just because we already said it before, we'll keep this to prioritize and salvage. That's what we said before. So no worries there. We'll be okay. Let's go over here. Let's pull out our pilots. Let's make sure we still have our best pilots that we can up here. Urban Mech, all this other stuff. I think we're going to keep prioritizing the Urban Mech over the Panther. Simply because it does have small lasers. I don't know. I think, let's see, what's the armor on this? This is going to be 640, 720. Oh, man. We do have 1 jump jet, 3 jump jets on the Panther. Ladies and gents, I think what we're actually going to do is sideline the Urban Mech for the moment, and we're going to pull in the Panther. It's a little bit more mobile, just a little bit better tonnage. That'll be okay. So Sarvik, oh buddy, oh man. We're going to put Sarvik down here into the Panther, I think. Shooting those twin large lasers of justice, oh buddy. And we're going to put Daddy King 1 over here in the Dervish. And actually over here in the Vulcan. He loves that mech, it's his favorite. If he tells you he doesn't, don't listen to him. It's just a ruse, it's a complete disguise. And we're going to put Death Fox down here into the fire starter and smash and grab for days and days. And, oh man, who else do we want to stick up here? That is a good question. Served Cold is still recovering, unfortunately. Let's put Tanja Falkenbach up here. I'll put Tanja Falkenbach up here in the Dervish. SRM6s and 4s don't have the craziest of range, so we can still potentially use the sensor lock. That'll be all right. And Sarvik over here with the basically multi-shot with the twin large lasers is good. Death Fox over here with the sure footing is going to help out quite a bit with this mech getting into range. And Data came with the Vulcan, being able to basically punch and crunch and blast from range. And do this right here. We can multi-shot with a large laser at distance and small lasers up close. Is pretty darn cool. That's right. Served Cold says he's chilling with the med bay with the nurse. Oh, buddy. Playing them video games, man. Eating the candy. That's right. Well, let's hit that deploy button. Let's get stuck on in. It is a 1 skull difficulty. It could flex to 2. We'll see. We're going to reach down to that grab bag of voicedom and grab ourselves a name. Ooh. Oh, man. Here we go. We haven't run this in a while. So we're going to go ahead and do this one as I take a swig of my, not beer. It's Coors Light. It's all right. Oh, man. I would say delicious and good, but it's not. It's just refreshing. And, of course, we get ourselves a beautiful, beautiful glimpse up here. Amazing, amazing moon. Just blue from the atmosphere. Oh, it's so beautiful. It's still a 1 skull mission. Destroy the propagandists and escape. 105,000 C-bills. Pick 1, get 6. Interesting. Okay. Here we go. For months, we have had trouble with people here in Raman being riled up by talk of insurrection, rebellion, independence. Based on top Davian analysis reports, we believe there's a local government propagandist in the area stirring up discontent. We've set up a security net to capture her, but we can't cover every possible exit from our net and could use an extra lance of mechs. If she tries to slip through your assigned territory, turn her unit to slag. I've negotiated a major bump if we do end up finding the propagandist and eliminating her, as well as a danger pay bonus if she has any escorts and we eliminate them as well. Well, Darius, I like money. I like C-bills. I think that was a smart move. From the night side, dropping on in, let's hit the begin mission button. Let's see how sideways this gets. Oh man, can Sumire keep the wing out of the rock? I think she can successfully. Always a good place to start, making sure that your escape route is still intact. Commander, this is the region we've been asked to patrol as part of the net. Our employers need us to keep an eye out for the propaganda agent, as this one is possibly a escape route she might take. Ladies and gentlemen, what does that look like up there? My guess is that is going to be a griffin, maybe a wolverine. It's hard to see. Let me see. Oh man, I think that's a griffin. I can't tell if that's going to be a round missile pack or a square rectangular missile pack. If it's a square one, it's going to be a wolverine. If it's a round one, it's going to be a griffin. And that, you know what? That's all right. Griffins are okay. That is definitely a mech that we can absolutely work with. That'll be all right. If anyone has any idea what it is, please post it here in the chat. And if you're watching over on YouTube, please let me know your thoughts on that and what that might be. If anyone here is curious, we do have a YouTube channel, TheChronicToast. If you want to see all previous past episodes going back months and months beyond what Twitch hangs on to for video on demand, you can find them over there, as well as additional content from BattleTech, Flashpoints, additional games such as BeamNG Drive, American Truck Simulator, oh man, Firewatch, a whole slew of stuff, War Thunder, you name it, it's out there. Wreckfest lately too, been doing a lot of that. That's been a lot of fun. So, in the meantime, we're here to do some BattleTech stuff. A beautiful, beautiful, wintry, snowy polar biome. Let's see. If she's in this region, we need to find her and take her out. Then we can evac. Well, Darius, we already know that there's a mech over there. We're pretty much good to go.
Okay, y'all. Stay frosty.
Yeah, you got it. Well, let's see where we're at. We are backed up here into a corner, which is pretty good. So if there are going to be reinforcements, they're not going to come in on our flanks. We definitely see that there is a target up here. There are supporting enemy forces. The question is there going to be anything else rolling around? Again, I don't think I've ever recalled playing this mission by this title, so I don't know if there's any additional twist or anything else kind of going in like that. So we'll see. We'll see how it works. Full speed ahead. Why not? And we'll get up here. And this map is always interesting because you got to watch out. There's different flanks here. We've got to keep an eye on and how we approach this. And unfortunately for us, they're basically taking this as a line approach over the top of this ridge line. My guess is they're basically just waiting back here, and now they're riding up to the top. They're going to get an accuracy bonus shooting down on us, and if we're not careful, we're going to see a frontal envelopment here where they basically roll around us and keep us bottled up. We can't break out to the right easily. To the left is going to be a long, long slog, or they're going to be getting good shots at us. And coming back the way we came, there's just not a lot of good terrain back here, so this is definitely a situation where the AI Op4 that we have up here has gotten a jump on us, and we need to be very, very careful. My thought is we're going to make a push to try to control the top of this hill, even if it's the backside of this ridge, and from there we can determine if we need to break left and start rotating clockwise around the enemy, or break right and try to work our way counterclockwise. This is going to be a lot more difficult because there's a lot more avenues of attack over here that the AI and the Op4 are going to get a chance to get some shots in on us. Especially if there's reinforcements. This is very, very dangerous. This is an increased risk. Whereas going up here to the left, assuming there's nothing up here hiding in the ridge lines up here, this is going to be a much safer approach, a lot more line of sight blocking terrain, and we have a lot more opportunities to engage and disengage at will. So that's the thought process. We're going to try to work our way up, and we'll see how that goes. As a result, we're going to sprint our way up to the top of this hill as much and as fast as possible, and we're going to take some hits coming on up, but we're going to go for it. It's a Stinger 3G, single medium laser, 2 machine guns, I believe. Yep. So that's not too terrifying, but we do need to keep this mech under wraps because if this gets into our backside, one or two rounds of dedicated shooting, and we're going to lose the mech if we're not careful. So with that being the case, we're going to have Sarvet continue to sprint. Actually, We see 3 mechs here. The question is, where's the 4th one? Is the 4th one up here, down in this wood line down here, ready to come up to the top, or is it over here on the right further? I'm going to guess that it's not in this position back here. That could be wrong, but if it is not back here, we can take our time to approach this and get shots in on the Stinger and allow our fire starter to close and do the finishing move here on this enemy mech. We got a good chance to shoot here. Structure exposed right to the CT right off the bat. That's not good for that particular mech right there, for sure. Enemy is reserving. That's all right. We're going to have tons of Falkenbach over here with the Dervish. We're going to focus fire onto the Stinger. Not the best chance to hit, but again, we're going to take every shot we can until our starting ammo count is down there to about 160 or less. That way we don't have the crazy risk of ammo explosion here on this mech. And Data King, can we finish this mech off? We're going to see. We're going to keep rotating here a little bit left. That way we have an option to bail out to this forest or to the right if we need to. But if we can get the Stinger put down, we're going to be in a good spot. So there it is. CT destroyed. Data King won. The man with the mustache and the ever so smooth velvety voice does the first kill, does the first smash and grab. Oh, buddy, someone got toasted. That's right. And with that, now we just need to make a push straight for the top of this hill and see what we got. We're going to get up here onto the top and basically prep to see if there's anything else up here. We don't have eyes on, so far we only see that we have got 2 enemy Op 4 up there. We see that up here, this 33% is a further indicator, of course. That these are the only 2 other mechs up here that are the supporting enemy forces. Thankfully, our target is just kind of hanging out and is not supporting this down here. When they're close enough and they do that, especially if that's a Griffin, that can make this a lot more tricky, a lot more dangerous. We're going to have Sarvik float over here to the right, see what we're dealing with. It is going to be another Stinger 3G. Interesting. 2 medium lasers. Oh, buddy. Serve Colt says, come on, Toast. You have to put 8 tons of ammo in the legs like Bunny Man. No. We lose our legs a lot as it is because we decrease armor down there. I try to run the same amount of armor on my legs as I do my arms, but that's because I don't put anything dangerous down there. Yeah, it's generally as a rule of thumb for anyone that's out there watching, putting ammo in your legs is going to be safer. It's less likely to get targeted by the AI, and you can usually put a pretty good chunk of armor down there as well if you're concerned about it detonating. For us, we don't put we don't put ammo into the legs if we can help it. Just because coming from tabletop, it kind of seems weird. I would like to have the ammo next to the weapon, so it's a further less survivability thing, I guess, from our mech builds. But Serve Cole says that Bunny has all the luck. Oh man, dude. For anyone that's ever curious or wondering, Bunnyman, HBFT_gaming is, oh my gosh, fantastic streamer, all around nice guy, fantastic, amazing community. I give him a shout out. However, my shout outs are not working right now with Streamlabs. I can't quite figure out why. I still got to work through that. But seriously, if you get a chance, go search for HBFT_gaming and give him a follow, and you'll definitely not be disappointed. You're going to have yourself a really good time. And Sarvik getting a single hit in out of the 2 and putting that Stinger onto an unsettled status. Not too shabby. Not too shabby indeed. Nice. Oh, it's trying to return fire and blocking line of sight between it and the fire starter. That's not going to help too much. So, Serve says, yeah, I believe in tabletop ammo in the CT is actually safer. Absolutely, because it's a bit of a weird nomenclature, right? Because called shots don't exist in the same way they do here as they do in the tabletop for BattleTech. If you deal damage to an arm or a leg, it all transfers up into the torsos, and then it goes to the CT, effectively, more or less, right? And so as all the damage continues to get funneled more and more into the CT, the last place is going to see damage is going to be the center torso. So that's why you have builds like the Thunderbolt that has all the ammo in the CT. It's the safest place for it to be. And if an ammo bin detonates in tabletop and you don't have case or anything else like that, your mech is pretty much gone. Like, it just, poof. It's gone. So if the ammo is going to detonate already, it might as well be in the CT, because if you're getting to the point where your CT is getting all the armor is gone, and you're rolling in critical damage on the internals, you're a turn or 2 away from being gone anyway. And so with engine crits and stuff like that, so just stick it in the CT. That's kind of the way the tabletop rules and mechanisms work. Also, it's illegal by tabletop rules to put ammo in the legs other than maybe 1 or 2 unique builds. I think maybe the champion, one of those that has the knee rockets. But I could be wrong on that too. So it's an interesting situation for sure. But what are you gonna do? Crusader, that's the one I'm looking for. Thank you very much, Surf Cold. What do we have down here? A Wasp 1A. Yeah, we should be able to button these 2 mechs up without too much hassle. I would think anyway. We're gonna have Tanja come up here with the Dervish and strip some evasion pips up here. Daka, 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 whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. There we go. All the SRMs rolling in, softening up that mech, get him to a stress status. I would be a little bit stressed too if I was in a Stinger and I'm running across a Dervish and a Panther and another mech down there. That sounds just downright a little bit horrifying. A Vulcan as well. That's the one I'm looking for. We're going to continue to move up here with the Vulcan. We're going to stay basically at range. Only using our large laser, but I really want to get up here to support our fire starter to make sure that that's squared away because I don't know when that enemy Griffin, which I think it's a Griffin, is going to come rolling down that hill and smashing into us. And with the PPC and LRM-10, it can do an unfortunate amount of damage if we're lucky. If we're unlucky. There it goes. It has eyes on us, so it's now going to be getting engaged. Our fire starter is still going to barrel down this hill. We're definitely not going to pull back from that. Question is, where do we go elsewhere? I think we're going to continue to focus up here with Sarvik with the Panther, twin large lasers, and then we're going to roll down with the fire starter. Especially if that enemy mech is going to be coming up the hill towards us. That's all right. And the Stinger is panicked. Not too shabby. Where's it rolling? It is still fighting and transitioning over here to the Vulcan. Well, that'll be all right for us. We might actually, with that being the case, because this enemy mech has pulled over here, we're going to pull back and do some smash and grab. And again, we're not showing our back to that Griffin. This rock here should break line of sight, but we don't know where that Griffin can roll around to. So this right here should be an easy straight up kill, either CT or ejection. We'll see. Daka, daka, daka for days and days. Here it is. Oh, man. There's only a cockpit, an arm, and a leg left. Oh, man. Death Fox does it again. Getting the job done. Nice, nice, nice. We're going to take this turn to get our Dervish and everything else rolled up here. We'll stand on the corpse of that Stinger. And this mech is going to push to engage to get eyes on for the Griffin and realize there's more up here than just a fire starter. There's a whole party, and that's definitely not what they wanted to see, for sure. Especially since that now that this Wasp is in range of Data King 1 and our Vulcan. Oh, man. And headbutt. And we miss. We miss. Here we go with the small lasers. Zap, zap, zap. 3 hits, 1 miss. Not too shabby. Holy wow, that's all right. Oh, man. Here comes LRMs. No direct line of fire. Relying on the LRM-10 itself, it looks like, from that Griffin. And this is indeed a Griffin 1N, I believe, that we are fighting based on the weapons that we are seeing and our earlier considerations. Now, we're going to get up here and continue to smash into the front of this enemy mech. Just kind of working through overall. Oh, Death Fox gets a kill again. Avert your eyes. Avert your gaze. Oh, the huge humanity. Oh, man. Oh, just a big boot to the face. Oh, baby. Oh, man, that is rough. So now we got to be careful with our target because if we damage it too much, this target's going to flee, and we are not in a good position to take advantage of that just yet. So we're going to start sprinting our way over there. We might get a few rounds of fire taken down onto us, but that's all right. Our goal is to get into range, and once we do that, then we can kind of control the engagement here. This Griffin is probably going to take some pot shots at us. Looks like it's moving up to engage on us here to the edge of this cliff, this ridgeline, I think. It's a pretty decent move from the AI. It doesn't really realize it's in danger right now of getting swarmed and swamped, and it's got a height advantage, and it's in cover, and it's going down over us as we have to cross an open field. This is a good position for this mech to get shots at us. The downside is the weapon loadout on this and our evasion pips, the time to kill is going to be too high for this thing to basically one-shot our mechs. If the enemy mechs that we face down here softened us up quite a bit more, or this mech had an AC-20, it would be a different story. But unfortunately for it, it's not going to work out very well. It's not going to work out very well at all. So we're going to take this time to sprint, and the next turn we will get closer and start springing our trap, making sure that we are good to go. Can we sprint a little bit better? Kind of. not really. We're going to do a pincer movement, 2 up the left, 2 up the right, and hopefully get this mech into a spot where they can't really bail out too many different ways. Oh man, it's not a good way to get up there, so we're going to jump instead and position ourselves to be well positioned. I don't know. English is hard tonight. That's all right. No surprise there. Basically, we want to go in and basically pincer movement this whole thing as much as we can. Jumping up here and firing our 2 large lasers. Bazap, bazap. There it is. 2 pieces of damage rolling on in, and it looks like our enemy is still hanging around. It's backing up a little bit. AI is recognizing that it is starting to get swarmed, is pushing closer. Unfortunately, that PPC is really going to be its best bet to hone in and just leg, disarm, and just otherwise destroy our mechs. LRMs are going to be not that efficient, but if it stayed where it was, next turn it would get swarmed, so it is basically buying itself another turn by backing up. That's good maneuvering. Not the best, but it's good maneuvering. We're going to feint around a little bit here. It basically looks like to the AI that we're coming in from the left-hand side with a 2 and a 2 pincer. We're going to basically doing a 1 and a 3 slice, and that'll be all right. That'll be a bit of a surprise. We can overpressure one side and allow our fire starter a chance to get on in, which will be good. Can we get our Dervish up a little bit closer? We can. We want this to be as close as possible. We're going to be showing up here on his evasion pips, on his radar, his little tiny pips. And we'll see. Sarvik, can we get you jumping up a little bit closer? We can. Point blank range, trying to say hello, trying to get this mech to flush a little bit, either over here to try to roll back up on this side into a dead end box end canyon, or roll down here closer to our fire starter. Our fire starter can't quite get up here to engage, so we're going to keep reserving down. We'll see what the AI does, which way it goes. It is standing and shooting. Oh man, that is not the best decision. That is definitely not the best decision, because now we are going to be closing. We're going to roll up here and start pushing this flank over here at point blank range. Large lasers, small lasers, bazap, bazap. And by the time this AI decides to bail on out this Op 4 mech, they're going to be well and truly cooked. And here it is, pressure coming from this mech's left side, our right side, and doing some damage. We already ripped off an arm. Basically, this mech is starting to get, what's the word I'm looking for? Stressed. We're not going to pull all the way in. We can't get all of our machine guns in no matter what we do. So we're going to pull back just a little bit, keeping our distance. That way we can stay engaged if this mech decides to run. Assuming, of course, that the evasion, or the evac point for this mech is not anywhere too close. See, where is it? It's over here. Oh, yeah, you're in trouble, buddy. This mech basically has to jump back here and run, jump over here and run, or jump down here and try to work out. And it does not have enough time. Man, that's actually really... Man, that's a good evac zone for this mech, because if they wanted to, they could have been moving up this way and jumping around and work their way back over there, and we would have a hard time to pursue with most of our mechs. Unfortunately, that's not what happened, and this propagandist pilot, it's bad news bears for you, buddy. We're going to get up here and melee on the front here, try to basically get some more damage through this CT as much as possible into the internals. With Death Fox, here it is, punch and crunch mode. Oh, buddy, we miss. Oh, no, we miss. We still have all the Daka, and that'll help. But that's not what we were hoping for. That's not what we were hoping for at all. It is unsettled. We're going to have Sarvik. Man, we're going to jump over here. Maybe this will give the AI, this Op 4, a chance to go after our Panther. And we're going to go for twin large lasers, continuing to hammer in into that side, doing some more damage. That leg is almost gone. This AI is actually bailing out through us, breaking through. A little bit surprised. It is actually not a bad move because we can't get in there in melee, but we do have access to the back of this mech, and that's going to be a problem because they don't have that much armor back there, and we've got a lot of lasers. Bazap, bazap, here we go. Oh, and there goes the torso. This mech has no good weapons, no more PPCs. It is basically a walking zombie that needs to sprint at this point to get free. And unfortunately, that's not going to work out well with point-blank SRM 6s and 4s. Here it is, bazap, bazap, and gone! Pilot's bailing out, going, oh! I want nothing to deal with that. Oh, man. Got Mini Toast in the background over there. Not too happy. Oh, buddy. Sumar says, Commander, the area has been cleared. Darius has given me the green light to land immediately. Hold position. Oh, man. Mini Toast is getting snuggles for Mrs. Toast, and we ourselves here are getting salvage. Oh, baby. 102,000 C-bills. That's not as much as I expected from the cash, but what are you going to do? Got some experience, our mechs are all in one piece. And we got ourselves a Griffin part. That's pretty awesome. We're only 4 away from getting another Griffin, and we have a good chance to get some more here. Stingers and Wasps, not really what I was going after, but I'm really waiting to see some additional Tier 2 technology come in, like some ER lasers and stuff. We've run across this a few times, and it's pretty awesome, but we shall see. We are only 2 pieces away from getting a Griffin. I didn't see any of the Griffin parts here on this planet while we were here. Medium lasers, we already have a lot, so I'm going to hit that shift and click to sell it here from this window. Same thing for machine guns and the jump jets. That way we don't have to go back into our inventory and mess around with that. Let's hit that continue button over there. And ladies and gentlemen, we are ready to start building up our Valkyrie QA, it looks like. So if anyone has any cool ideas or builds or things they want to see that's unique or niche that we haven't really run across before, let me know here in chat. If you're watching this over on YouTube and you have some ideas or concepts for this, post it in the comment section down below. And we'll see if we can incorporate that in this playthrough or the next time around we run across one of these. Again, we don't have all the Argo upgrades unlocked, so we're not going to have Yang build one of those just yet. But we do have a Valkyrie QF that we are ready to go in and basically build up and ready up. We're probably going to be traveling after this, looking for cookies, as they say. Let's see, what do we have in storage here with lights? We don't have, we have a Valkyrie QA. Here it is. Let's see. The Valkyrie has its primary armament, a LRM-10 launcher with 1 ton of reloads mounted in the left torso. While an unusual weapon on a light mech, it gives the Valkyrie a long reach and respectable damage, especially against other light mech hunters. As a backup weapon, the Valkyrie carries a medium laser in its right arm. This mix of long-range and short-range weapons allows the Valkyrie to soften up other mechs from long range and then move in for the kill. Oh, buddy. Let's hit that ready up button there, and we'll get that prepped and ready to roll. Looks like that will be, gosh, where is it? 6 days, we should be ready to get that upgrade and start fitting out, which should be pretty cool. Serve Cold says LL fits on Valk if you don't have LRM-10 large lasers. Ooh, that's pretty cool. Yeah, looking down here, it looks like it's got 2 energy hard points, 2 missile hard points, and a support weapon and jump jets. The question is, are we going to make that another budget Panther? Because we've got the Angriest Trash Can, which is a twin large laser build, a Panther, which is a twin large laser build. We could go with the Valkyrie for a twin large laser build. I don't know. Maybe we want to go with. Oh man, can we fit an LRM-20 on there? That'd be pretty cool. I doubt we can do that though. Maybe twin PPCs? I don't know. I agree with you, sir. A twin large laser build fits the Valkyrie. I just don't know if we have anything else that we can do that's unique. I would love to find a B laser or 2 and stick those on there. That would be a lot of fun. But in 6 days, we will get that outfitted. And if not, we'll probably do a twin large laser build. We have the large lasers for it. It should be okay. Let's see where we're going to be going again. I think we're going to go back up into Cretan space, and it should be good. Surf says 2 medium lasers and an SRM-6. Ah, that could be pretty good. Make it a mid-range brawler instead. I'm assuming we would keep the jump jets as well. That'd be pretty cool. That'd actually be pretty cool. Let's see. Homan. There we go. During the final years of the Star League, Homan was the host to a Star League Defense Force garrisoned. Oh, buddy. You can see over here we have Cretans as well as Federated Sons and local government here as far as local factions. Outworld's Alliance are not currently involved anywhere out here, and that's all right. We're the ones that are kind of spoiling that situation right now. And we'll see. Man, we've got all of the clans up here rolling in. That is scary, scary stuff. Rossalhog Republic is just getting eaten alive for lunch. Oh, my goodness. Oh, dude. Ick. Well, in the meantime, let's go over here to Homam. I just want to call it human. I don't know why, but we're going to do it. We're going to set that course, and we're going to see what we can roll up against here. Hopefully it's something good. Leave this ice ball here in orbit. Go somewhere hopefully a little bit warmer. Oh, buddy. Cold, refreshing, not great tasting Coors Light. Always going to be a good solid choice. So again, hopefully everyone's having a good night and a good evening. Like I said, my last week or so has been a little bit of a roller coaster. Mrs. Toast and I have a mini toast now. Brand new kiddo. And kiddo's adorable, but holy wow, it's a lot of work. A lot of work. And a lot of adventure too. So we're having a lot of fun, but does mean that the stream schedule is basically limited to every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, and that start time is a little bit brittle, depending on what Mini Toast is up to. But that being said, if we can get in there and do a lot of fun stuff, then we will do that. We're going to have the Valkyrie readied up here in a day, so we're going to put 1 day back on the clock here, going to the 4th. There it is. Let's go see what we can do with this mech. I don't know. I haven't done anything super unique, crazy on a Valkyrie other than twin SRM6s once before. And that worked out okay, but it wasn't super amazing. I'm intrigued by Served Cold's suggestion of 2 medium lasers and an SRM6. I really, really like that build idea. That being said, let's just go see what the heaviest LRM we have. It's going to be an LRM 10. No LRM 20s. We do have an Artemis 4 SRM6, which could be pretty cool. It is 1 ton heavier. That might be worthwhile. Or possibly 2 SRM4s. Hard to say. As far as lasers, no major crazy lasers. We do, however, have some extra damage and crits over here. So we're going to roll with that. We're going to put those in here. Why not? We're probably going to lose them a little bit. It'll be all right. Ooh, correction. Medium lasers is what we're looking for. There we go. 2 medium lasers. And we're looking for an SRM6. We don't have one. We do have an Artemis. We can stick that in as well. The question is, how much ammo do we need for this? We're looking to get roughly 12 rounds of firing. So, oh gosh. Man, math is real hard. It's not really, it's on the spot. It's difficult to really wrap your head around that. So this is going to have 100 rounds. Divided by 6. That's going to be like, what, 7 or 8? We probably want to put another SRM load in here. And that'll give us the opportunity to put a medium laser, and we won't have any jump jets. Oh, actually, Served Cold is saying 1 ton. Okay, we'll stick with that. That does give us opportunities for some jump jets here if we want to put those in. We can either do a jump jet or a small laser. We are out of small lasers, apparently. And there's no store available. So we'll have to leave that off for now. We are chronically under shortage on small lasers all the time. We can probably stick around. Actually, what do we have for equipment? Let's see. We do have arm mods, and we've got 1.5 tons effectively available for some cool stuff here. Melee damage, 2 tons. Oh, do we just want to do straight up melee on this thing? That would be kind of cool. We only have 1 straight up damage. The rest is going to be stability damage, which is okay. But questions. What do we have right now for our melee? We are doing 30 damage. It looks like, no, 40 damage total. This would bump us up to 70 damage. That could be pretty crazy. And a little over tonnage. Well, let's see how many jump jets we can fit in here. We can always come back and refit this later. No worries there. So we can put 3 jump jets. It looks like we'll drop down 1 click here on the back armor. And this will be okay for now. We can definitely come in here later on and retool this up if we feel like it's worthwhile. Kind of excited that we have an Artemis 4 SRM6 in here, which is pretty awesome. Yeah, doing a little bit more damage in a single location, which will be good. So, of course, since we've modified this beyond what its original scope is, this is going to be the Bread Box Privateers, the BBP Special. And 5 days, that'll be fine with us. Confirm that refit. And here's what's really, really cool. We're traveling to Oman in 5 days. And so if you want to skip time and don't want to watch all the animations, just go over there and hit that shift button and left click. Once we're actually here for the Argo main screen, shift and left click. And it will jump right to that date unless stuff happens in between. You don't got to go and settle through all the animations, which is pretty darn cool. At least usually it seems to work that way. It might only be that way if there's going to be a number of additional days in between. And then it'll only show you the last animation. But still, pretty darn cool. There we go, all the way through into orbit around what basically looks like a lightly atmosphered moon. Ugh. Not the best destination to have a lot of fun in, for sure. Let's see. We're going to go to the store. Why not? Let's see what's here. Is there anything interesting? They got some cool mech parts. A bombardier part. Oh, buddy, that's a cool mech. That's a cool mech. A bad reputation. Ooh. That's good for us if we want to buy it, but hey. Let's see. What else we have? They got a Lancelot. That's a goofy looking mech as well. Got no parts for that. We don't have any of that for the 3V. We do have some Phoenix Hawk parts. Not enough to justify buying it. They do have a Suburban mech. That's pretty darn cool. Wasp, more Whitworth parts. A Wolverine. And they don't have enough parts to make it worthwhile for us to spend money buying it. AC. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. ER weapons. Large laser pulse for 1,000,000 C-bills. Oh my goodness, that is expensive. What else do they have down here? Anything else? Nothing else down there. There's a black market here, but with a reputation with the pirates, we're not going to be making friends with them anytime soon at all. Large laser pulse. That is cool. This thing will basically ignore up to 3 evasion pips, which is fairly handy with a large laser when you want to actually hit stuff. Oh, that's expensive, though. Let's see. 7 tons, 2 slots versus 5 tons, so it's heavier as well. ER weaponry. I think we will definitely buy this stuff. This will be expensive, but we've got the C-bills, and we're going to grab that. That's super cool. What's the AC5 here? Accuracy, stability, damage. Not too shabby, not too shabby. Cool, cool, cool. Well, now that we spent a lot of money, we're below 1.5 million C-bills, let's go see what we have for submissions here. Hopefully there's something good and not a lot of bad stuff. We've run into this before. We buy stuff, and then we get hosed. We might be getting hosed a little bit, ladies and gents. We've got 2 1.5 skull missions and 2 1 skull missions. The B team Wolves. Not really sure what that one is. I don't recall that one. Witness protection. It's gonna be an escort. And forward observers. A battle in an urban environment. Okay. Which one pays the best? 520, 479, 546, 552. Defend mission? Or defend base? Yeah, let's go do this one. Wolves. I'm not familiar with this name, so this is definitely a cool different mission type. We'll dive into that. We'll get the C-bills. We'll prioritize that because we are below 1.5 million C-bills. Pick one, get 4, not too shabby. Again, it's against the pirates. They're literally not happy with us. They're almost to the hated status versus disliked. So, yeah. Not so good for us. Ah, well. We'll hit that accept mission button over here, and let's see what we're going to roll into. I think Served Cold is finally out of the med bay. We'll see. We'll see, because if he is, we're going to stick him here into a mission. And we don't know what we're going to be up against. This is a 1 skull mission. It could flex to 2. So I want to be very, very cautious and cognizant that we are hopefully in a good spot to be here. Let's see. Where is Served Cold? There's Served Cold. Served Cold, if you have an idea or recommendation on what mech you would like to be in, please let me know. I'm just going to pull you down here right now for the Dervish, the biggest, meanest one that we got. And we'll see who else is down here. What to do? We haven't played with Harry a little bit too much, so we're going to put Harry down here into the fire starter. And as far as other cool people to put in different places, always a fan of Sarvik down here in the Panther. Always love him with the big giant guns. Should be a lot of blast. Good stuff. Cyber Gizmo, I think we're going to put you down here into the Vulcan. That's right, my friend. Oh, yeah, for days and days and days. And actually, you've got increased morale right now, too. High spirits, so super good for that. Yeah, should be all right. Served Cold, Cyber Gizmo, Harry 78, the man, the myth, the legend himself, and, of course, Sarvik. With our Dervish, Vulcan, Firestarter, and Panther, let's get stuck on in and see how absolutely sideways this is going to go. My guess is it's going to be a little bit squiggly wiggly, and you know what? That's okay. We're used to it. We expect it. It's not going to be that great anyway. And hopefully all our mechs and pilots come back in one piece, but as we know, we can always rebuild mechs. We can't rebuild pilots, not easily. A little bit too much goop, not a lot of stuff that Yang's very good at rebuilding. Let's go down here into the grab bag of voicedom. Some people over on YouTube call me the Viceroy of Voices. And let's see what we got available as we look at a beautiful, beautiful high dust load in the atmosphere loading screen. Oh, man. Not too shabby. Let's see. Objectives: defend the Cretan base. Defend base, 426,000 C-bills. Pick one, get four for salvage. 1 skull difficulty. And, of course, the voice of the hour. Yes. Our munitions factory on Homam is under threat because of a rumor about a cache of Starlink equipment at the site. This malicious gossip about Lost Tech has brought hungry wolves to our door. You have arranged for a garrison force to be moved into place, but we need mercenary units to protect the factory until our forces arrive. That is where you come in. Setting aside rumors of Lost Tech, this contract is an excellent opportunity to take payment in mech parts and salvage rights, as Cretan mech techs are on site for recovery. Well, Darius, that would be great and handy dandy, but unfortunately, we are focusing on C-bills because we are broke. We bought a lot of stuff, and this is a really cool texture on this planet here. That's pretty nifty. Anyway, let's hit that begin mission button. Oh, we are immediately in enemy contact. Well, that's not good for us, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, boy. They must have popped up right on our radar here without us paying attention. Not good. Commander, our contracted mission is to defend this factory. We have scattered reports of incoming pirate units. These would be the wolves our employer referred to. All we have to do is hold them off until our employer's forces relieve us. Good luck. Well, thank you very much, man. Commander, on this outing, we have some additional support from our employer. They had point defenses set up around the base. They are, however, offline. We have a friendly convoy with engineers who are eager to get at those defenses and get them firing. Escort them safely to the generators and we can boost our defensive capabilities. Well, I tell you what, Darius, I absolutely agree. We have no idea what we're up against over here. Some pirate units. Heavy. It's an LRM. Oh my gosh. Our support engineers are fantastic. LRMs are good. Machine guns, not so great. LRMs are good. And a Pegasus with lots of armor and no weapons. What are you? I see a weapon on you. I see all sorts of weapons on you, but I don't see any loadouts here. Oh, wow. Is that clouds? Oh my goodness, chat. I've been playing this game for how many hours and years, and I just realized that there are now active clouds moving over the landscape. Look at this. Darkness is coming in. That's so cool. Oh my gosh. This game continues to amaze me every single time. Look at this cloud moving all the way down here. Oh, man, it's so cool. I love this game. It's so unexpectedly beautiful half the time. It's just legit gorgeous. What do we have here? We have an AC-10 turret. Where's our next turret? We got an Urbio over here. Doing the dancy stuff. Bye today. That's always super, super cool. We have another turret over here, which is going to be another light defender turret. Medium lasers. I don't really know. There's a third one right here. SRM4s. I'm assuming we would have a fourth turret somewhere. I'm just not seeing it right now. Oh, right here. Unknown turret. That's all right. It'll be good. So with that being the case, these vehicles are going to come all the way in here to help us out, and they are being chased, it looks like, by pirate forces. We have to have 5 buildings survive. We have 6 left, so we can't lose that many. And these are civilian buildings, so they do not have that much armor or hit points for that matter. Enemy vanguard, and get the support engineers to the base. Not too shabby. We are on the wrong side over here for these two. We're just going to reserve with these two to see what happens. That might be the wrong decision, but I don't know if there's going to be reinforcements or if their forces are split. We're going to come over here and try to get... man, cities are awesome, but unless you have jump jets, they can be pretty claustrophobic. We're going to try to get the Dervish in a situation to help. We'll see. The Pegasus is scooting along. That is a very, very fast vehicle. It looks like it's just got personnel on board. No actual weapon systems active. Maybe they're out of ammo or it's been destroyed from a previous combat. Not too sure. And that vehicle is moving up there. We still don't have good eyes on to see what it actually is. And again, we still don't have good eyes on here for actual, basically get some shots on that either. It's always going to be difficult. But our allies are moving in on the road, which is always super, super good. What are we dealing with? That's the question. Is it just 2 mechs? If it is, we can probably handle this okay, but I just don't know. What do we have? We have a Panther as well as a fire starter. We're gonna get the fire starter, continuing to move. Escort zone. Oh, is that where they're going? That'll be all right. We'll get the Panther over here. It's got jump jets that can maneuver around. The Panther does as well, I believe. But we're gonna kind of hang out over here on this side just in case. We don't really know where the reinforcements are possibly gonna be, if there are gonna be any. We're gonna have Sarvik kind of step up here just to kind of keep an eye on this, protect this flank. And I really don't want to be outflanked on this map because it's gonna be so hard to get around. It's gonna be very, very difficult and dangerous if we're not careful. Yeah, we're gonna keep reserving. We'll wait to see where this enemy is going. They're probably gonna get some shots in if we're not careful, but hopefully our allies get in here if they can find the right way to this location. And just drive through and wreck everything. The engineers are in position, Commander. The APCs will scatter and support you. Keep the turrets intact and they'll keep firing. Well, that works well for us. No idea if they've got sensor lock. That'd be potentially pretty helpful as well. APCs are rolling back out, and we'll see if we can't get some stuff happening. We still have no idea what mechs we're actually fighting, which is a problem. That is a major, major concern of mine right now. Hopefully they'll come into range and we'll know. Oh, they're being cagey. They're being very, very cagey. Well, we're gonna have Served Cold come up here and get an eye on what this is. A blackjack. Okay. Okay. Only 25% down. Not too shabby. So let's get some shots in on this because that can and will do some damage against us. I'm not too worried though, unless we see what the other mech back there is. It's a Wasp 1A. So unless they've got reinforcements, this is going to be kind of a cakewalk. Nothing too dangerous for us to handle. It should be an all right mission for sure. We're going to sprint on up over here to get as much evasion pips as we can and to prepare to go crashing in with our own Dervish. We out-tonnage them and we outnumber them as well as having turrets. So that's going to be all right with us. We'll jump down here. We'll get prepped behind this building and just kind of wait and hang out. If we need to jump in and support, we will. Otherwise, we'll just hang out here with Sarvik as well. And again, keep an eye on what's going on over here because I don't know where possible reinforcements are going to come in on. Oh, there's a turret over there. It's possibly an AC-10 turret is my guess. That's what that hidden turret was over on the distance. And not too shabby. Here comes the Wasps coming up and shooting down here on our mechs. I don't think they expected to have a whole mercenary lance. I think they were just expecting to come up against turrets and vehicles. And even then, this is a bit light. This is a bit light. I got to be honest. So,
Commander?
okay, we're just going to sit. We're going to wait. Then we're going to move in with Served Cold and Cyber Gizmo and smash and grab. The LRM mech is pulling back, basically saying, oh, I want nothing to do with this up close and personal. And that's all right. The Blackjack is going to do some damage, though, unfortunately. Get some stray shots into that building, which is not good. That will go down here at some point if we aren't careful with our positioning. It's not a building we have to defend, though, so it's more just cosmetic we got to keep an eye on. Point blank range. Here we go with all of the Daka with Served Cold. Whoosh, whoosh, murder, murder, pow, pow, explosion. That's right. Wing dings verbalized all the time. Machine gun Daka is rolling up here with all those weapon systems. That is so many machine guns. I would be a little bit stressed too. These pilots came in, pirates came in thinking they could just roll over everything. And they're having a really bad day. We're going to roll up here, and instead of punching, we're going to shoot. We've got really good chances to hit. And there it is. Bazap, bazap, blowing up the building behind them and completely opening up the CT on that Blackjack. That would be a horrifying thing to run into as a Blackjack pilot because your cockpit is pretty much sitting right on top of the CT. I mean, not like most other mechs where it's on top. It's legit, like, right here. So all this stuff just opened up right around this mech. Not good. Not good at all. We're going to jump over with Harry and in the fire starter over here. Get those twin medium lasers rolling up here uphill. Bazap, bazap. There we go. CT is still open. We opened up a torso as well. Not too shabby. LRM is hopefully going to put some weapons down range here. And if we're lucky... Oh, it's going for the Wasp. Not too bad. Not too bad. But we're going to hang out with Sarvik over there. And again, we're going to watch that side in case there are anything crazy else going on. We're just going to hit done and hang out. I would imagine that there's got to be other mechs over here. Oh, Oh, and the AC-10 from the turret comes on in and wrecks the torso. Yeah, for sure. There's the reinforcements dropping in over here. Looks like three enemy mechs. Unknown mech. We don't see what it actually is. It looks like it's a little bit smaller. We'll have Sarvik repositioned to go down there and start engaging, and basically buy us some time and hopefully get a kill or two down there while we wrap this up. We've got some turrets doing some work, which is always good. We're gonna have Harry come up here and smash and grab on this blackjack. Go get him, buddy. Oh yeah, here it is. Oh, he missed. Oh, we missed. Oh, Harry, my friend. Daka. Oh, buddy. That's all right. That's all right. That blackjack is bailing on out. It wants none of that stuff. It's going over here for the vehicle, and thankfully the vehicle is holding out. It looks like right now the enemy up here, this Op 4, is trying to basically keep our attention and pull back while this hammer force comes in and tries to either open up the target or get us into a flank in a position where we are outside of our defensive range, as it were, our defensive bubble and isolated. Kind of like what a few different tactics happened in some wars in the past. If you can break off a section and isolate them, it's not going to end very well. That being said, we did keep a mech in reserve. So we're going to have Sarvik rolling down here and prepped and ready to start engaging down this long roadway. It should work out well. What are we up against? A Mongoose 67. It's a cool-looking mech. 3 medium lasers. And that's really about it. Our Pegasus up here is basically an empty troop transport. Not sure what it's doing over here in the battlefield. Seeing that we have defensive forces up here, these mechs are bailing out here to the far side and working through all of this cover, trying to get in an ulterior motive, an ulterior way. And I don't blame them. Why get direct fire when you're coming down here and you're trying to get to grips with stuff? You can meander your way through, give yourself the most flexibility. That being said, though, I think now is time for a good old-fashioned, I guess not punch and crunch, but we're going to keep hammering in on this blackjack. The CT only has 3 left. We just need 1 shot. I think Cyber Gizmo can get it done. Bazap, there it is. Cyber Gizmo toasting that mech. Oh, buddy, flat on its back on top of the building. That's what I'm talking about. Take a nap, my friend. Oh, buddy, Cyber showing him how it's done. Roasty toasty for days and days. That Wasp was up there as well. This building's got a lot of hit points, so we're going to keep focusing over here on the actual mech. At the end of this road to get eyes on whatever's coming down here. They're not going to be easily able to move down through either of these avenues without getting shots on them. And so as a result, looks like that one mech is ducking in here to figure out what way to go. Their anchor force over here is not doing the job they need it to do to allow this hammer force up here to come in and just generally run rampant. That's the word I'm looking for. So it's a full just everything's bottom ends up, back end over front end, tea kettle on its side, whatever it may be. It's not a good situation for the Op 4, that's for sure. That mech is totally panicked. I have no, man, that's not a good situation to be in. Either the building's going to drop or the mech's going to explode. Right torso destroyed. There's a pilot injury for days. Our Pegasus is rolling up here. What a crazy vehicle. Oh, my goodness. It is going full tilt right at that Mongoose. And it does have the weapon hard points on there, so I'm sure it is scary. And that Mongoose is going, nope, I'm not going to deal with you at all. And going for the heavy-wheeled LRM vehicle, and that's down. That's unfortunate. Oh, buddy. Can we get some jobs in here to get this squared away? Looks like the mech at the end of the street is going to be a Wasp 1A. Not too shabby. We can deal with that. And there is something over here. It is an Urban Mech R60 AC-10 hanging out in the buildings. Oddly appropriate. But we got to keep an eye on that for now.
Yes, boss.
We're going to have Sarvik hang out here into the forest, I guess. Unless he's got a better chance to hit up here. Not really. We're going to do this with twin large lasers, protecting that right side if we can, where that arm is loaded out. A miss and a miss, not too surprising, with a 32% chance to hit. However, we have Strip and Evasion Pip, and we have got that mech's attention. We also have an SRM-4 turret up here as well, which could be pretty useful. We're going to have Harry come up here, and we're going to try to shoot this mech while it's down. If we miss, we're going for the building. Either way, it will be fine. Here it is, Daka, some stray shots. And the pilot is down, CT destroyed. Harry showing him how it's done. Oh, man, even the punch-bot fire starter can do it from range. And that is all right. Machine guns for days into the Mongoose. We are now focus firing. And this turret is going to be doing some fantastic good stuff.
Commander?
Served cold. We're going to come down here to the end of the street, pivot over, and again continue to try to focus in on this Mongoose. Not the best chances to hit. However, if we can keep the pressure up on this mech, we can hopefully get it down quicker and aid our turrets so they don't get overwhelmed. LRM is at point-blank range. Not the best decision, I got to say. However, any firepower is going to be a good firepower at this point in time. Can we get up here? We can with our Vulcan. Large laser. We're going to come shooting straight across here and go for the shot. 60%. And we miss. We blow up some cars in the process. That's all right. We are still building our resolve. Once we get to 50%, we will get that extra accuracy bonus. But hopefully we've stripped enough evasion pips and done enough damage that our turrets can kind of help out here. This Pegasus is just running around being super crazy and generally, hopefully, scaring the Alp 4. I wonder if they realize why it hasn't shot at them yet, but it's because it doesn't have any particular weaponry on board just now. The Wasp is moving over here on top of a building, trying to consolidate its position, trying to go after the machine gun APC. And the Urban Mech is jumping over onto a building. Oh, that's gotta suck. That is a huge round to go into such a little armor personnel carrier. Ugh, ick.
Yes, Commander.
Sarvik, we're gonna have you move, I guess. Actually, we're gonna have you jump way over here and just face first right into this. Continue to hammer into this. 82% chance to hit. Bazap, bazap. 2 solid impacts. The leg is opened up. We do have a turret here. It really needs to fire. Not really sure why it didn't before. The Mongoose is getting away. Not ideal. Not ideal at all. It's way over here. Wait, where did it go? I think I've missed it. Oh, it's backing all the way up. It still has all its weapon systems, though, which is not very useful for us. We can drop this Wasp. We can also drop this Urban Mech. This Urban Mech is got to be a priority.
Standing by.
So we're going to get up here, get a straight line of fire up onto this, and we're going to go for the building. Oh, we can't. Well, we could. If we do hit with both of these, we can definitely drop the building. So we're going to go for it.
Roger.
Bazap, bazap. There it is. The building's going down. Urban Mech's going to get at least a little bit of damage onto its legs. Not too bad, but enough to hopefully do some damage. Our LRM APC is rolling back up here. Stray shot onto the Wasp up top. And Cyber Gizmo, we're going to have you roll up here as well. And with all that large laser, that's within range, and that's not. Where's this building at? Ooh. Not enough to drop the building, so we're going to focus everything onto the Urban Mech. Here it is. Bazap, bazap, bazap. Structure exposed on the right torso. If we can get that AC-10 off, that would definitely help the situation. So this is a full-on brawl at this point, ladies and gentlemen. No matter what we do, it's basically just wreck these 3 mechs as much as possible. The tactics are completely out the window. Just push and push and push. Keep them engaged. Keep them away from the buildings. And hopefully our turrets can help soften the situation up. Point blank range with the Dervish, with served cold, whoosh, whoosh, whoosh for days. There it is. That is a very, very unhappy trash can. And it's knocked down. It is stressed. There's going to be a pilot injury for sure. And it's still hanging in there. The pilot is still hanging in there. It is not bailing out just yet. I'm proof to unsettled. The Mongoose is coming back for more. I think it's realized that this Pegasus has no weapons. It is not a concern. It is still going for our APC, which is thankfully... Ooh, it's got 1 internal left on the actual top of it. It's hanging in there. Harry, we're going to have you come up here. Can we jump up top? Not quite, but we can do that for evasion purposes. And get all of our Daka guns. And we're going to go straight for the CT. We're going to do everything we can to get this... There it is! Oh, the CT's destroyed! Harry again showing him how it's done. Someone just got toasted, man. The Wasp is dropping down, trying to get us into a crossfire. Unfortunately, this just about wraps it up. The Mongoose and the Wasp are trying to consolidate a position over here. And it's just not going to work. It is just not going to work out very well. We're going to get up here and 47 versus 47. We're going to keep hammering in on this Mongoose. If we're lucky, we'll get some hits. 1 hit, 1 miss. We did crit a medium laser, which will help us out in the long run. But I don't think the battle is going to go that far away. I'm kind of surprised why our turrets haven't been shooting just yet. We had the one back there shooting earlier. and they're just not shooting. I wonder what's wrong with this one. I wonder, it's got to be within range for the SRM4s, but well, what are you going to do? So we're going to have served cold come up here again, point blank range. We're going to keep focusing down the Mongoose. It is the bigger threat right now. Right leg destroyed, medium laser destroyed. That mech is going down and hitting the dirt. That is a pilot injury for sure. And they're done. They're like, nope, you're on your own there, buddy. Little Wasp 1A. Pegasus is coming back, basically saying boo, trying to scare him. And Cyber Gizmo with the Vulcan is going to come up here and basically say, yo, what you doing, buddy? I think you're in the wrong part of the city here. All your friends that decided to blow up our buildings are gone. You should probably bail on out. So we'll see. We'll see what the pilot does. There goes the SRM turrets. Finally unloading. Bazap, bazap, bazap. Medium laser turrets. This Wasp is in the worst possible spot. It's in the worst possible spot, man. Oh, it's coming up for a melee. Oh, no. Served Cold says, the turret crews are eating popcorn and watching the show. Yep. They're just waiting for that the accuracy to get above 80%. And as soon as that mech comes in with the range, they go, boop, push the button. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. I really think that the APCs and the turrets probably could have handled most of this situation. And we wouldn't necessarily need to be here. But that's all right. We're going to send Harry in for the punch and crunch maneuver to see if we can't finish this off. I love the fire starter. I love the Headhunter variant. Oh, and we missed with the punch. Oh, man. We've got this thing kitted out. It looks like the hard points are flamers, even though it's machine guns. Definitely looks scarier that way. And surprise, it's not fire. It's bullets. But with that right torso being destroyed, that is going to be another injury there on that mech. Sarvik, we're going to have you move down here into point-blank range. Fire away with your twin large lasers. Bazap and bazap. There it is. Left torso and the CT destroyed. That is another injury. There it is. Oh, man. Sumar says we are good to go. I think that was a pretty good, successful mission for prioritizing C-bills. Oh, that could have been a lot more dangerous. The Blackjack was really, I would guess, is going to be the most dangerous thing we ran across. The Mongoose can be if it's not a primary unit. If it's a supporting unit, it's a bit more dangerous. We got 547,000 C-bills, basically 500,000 C-bills. Not too shabby. We did get some experience. Our mechs are all in one piece, and we are probably going to grab ourselves a Blackjack here. We are only 4 parts away. Man, that'd be really nice to get one. That'd be a good, solid 45-tonner. There's a small laser. Ooh. We're going to stick with the Blackjack. Hopefully we roll that small laser. That would be really, really nice. We did not, unfortunately. We have 2 ACTs. We'll hang on to that. Medium lasers we have a lot of. We're going to sell these for 24,000 C-bills. And basically another R60 piece. We are actually now 3 away from getting another Urban Mech, which is pretty cool. And a Blackjack, we're 4 away from that, which is awesome. Or 2 and 3. One of those ratios, one of those numbers. English is hard. Math is difficult, especially when you've got a mini Toast in the background that is not too happy about the situation. Thankfully, they are getting some food. Mrs. Toast is happy to oblige. And later tonight, it will be me providing the bottle feeding. But that's all part of the adventure. Mini Toast will grow up into miniature Toast, into slightly smaller Toast, into larger. I don't know. We got to figure out nomenclature. Got to figure that out. One of these days, we'll get it squared away. And Darius is letting us know that we got to do stuff. We're going to leave this alone right here, Yang. We don't have enough parts. What to do? Oh, and a beautiful Starscape behind it. Ladies and gentlemen, with that, I've been streaming for about 2 hours. It is almost 10 p.m. Mountain Standard Time here. And Mrs. Toast needs a break. And I'm going to go snuggle with baby Mini Toast. And we'll see how that rolls. But for now, I'm going to come up here and hit that save button. Make sure this does not get corrupted. And I'm going to jump this over to the thank you stream page. And we'll look for someone to raid. Thank you, everybody, for stopping on by. Very, very much appreciated. Thank you for the very sneaky follow here just before the stream. Prismatic Lyre, or Liar. Very much appreciated. And if everyone else has stopped on by, absolute legend status. You'll be able to catch us here again one night from today, next Wednesday at 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. And as always, we'll see you next time. Have a good one.